PACOONE does the moon chair. Welcome back to another review video, guys. My name's John and this is Gel Reviews. Today we are checking out another PACOONE product. Recently I bought a PACOONE sleeping mattress. The review video is on this channel if you want to have a look at it, and I cannot speak highly enough of it. It's actually a really good product. I took another chance and I bought a hiking chair from PACOONE. Now, if you don't know, PACOONE sells products upon AliExpress. Really cheap, budget friendly, but is their products any good? Well, the sleeping mattress was great. Let's see how the PACOONE hiking chair turns out. Now, specifically, this is called an ultralight hiking chair, also known as a moon chair. We're going to have a little look if this is any good, if it's something that you like, and I'll give you my thoughts and opinions, and we'll talk about price at the end of the video, and I'll also compare it up against a number of other hiking chairs that I have in my hiking equipment arsenal. Now, just to let you know, I purchased this out of my own funds. I raided my piggy bank and I bought this, so this is not sponsored in any way, shape or form. The thoughts and opinions that I'll give to you is agenda free and it's totally my own. So on this channel, I enjoy reviewing products from time to time. If I buy something and I think someone else might be interested in it, I'll review the thing and put it up on this channel. So I'll give you my recommendation about this straight off the cuff. Do I recommend this product? Absolutely, I recommend it. I think it's really a good product. Do I care if you buy this product? Absolutely not. I couldn't care less. I say that tongue in cheek, but it's entirely up to you. If you're interested in it, I'll put an AliExpress link where I purchased this. Let's crack on into the video and check out PACOONE. So let's take a closer look at the PACOONE moon chair. Alright, so the pack itself is actually built out of a very sturdy material. I can say this will not tear easily. Okay, just feeling it, it actually feels like a premium case. On the bottom side, there are some loops here. Up on each side, you have a material handle that is actually used to hang onto your chair when it's fully set up, and I'll show that to you as well. Let's have a look at its contents. Inside, all we have is the frame and the seat material, like that, and that is everything that comes with the PACOONE moon hiking chair. Now, the material that this is made from, the company states up on its website specifications that it's made out of 600 denier polyester fabric or Oxford fabric. You will notice that this has a mesh fabric right here, and then this one is, you cannot see through it. This is very interesting. It actually feels extremely durable. Now, Oxford fabric, it's a very thick type of material. It's got waterproof properties. It dries very quickly. It's extremely strong. It actually feels really like a high quality material. And I'm looking at this with my hand coming through. When I was looking at this up on the website, I was a little bit hesitant and I thought this is going to feel like just some sort of flimsy fly mesh type of material. But I can honestly say this is, just trying to pull it apart, this is actually a really high quality material that's used in here. It just feels strong. This also has some pockets on each side of the chair, so that you can put in your little snacks, your little peanuts, your little chocolate bars, hide them from the missus, or your mobile phone, and I'll show that to you very soon. This is the corners. It is stitched extremely well, and this corner, which will hook onto the hiking chair, it is made out of a really strong plastic material, and I just can't stress how durable it feels. Okay, it's stitched really well. Like, I've looked over this and I cannot see any faulty seams. You know, I've checked in each corner and there's no faults at all. So that is really good. So just from the get-go, the seat itself looks really high quality and durable. Let's move on to the actual frame, the bones of this seat. Now, this is made out of 70-75 aluminium. It's a high-grade aluminium. This is the good stuff. You have various different forms of aluminium tubing that companies make hiking products with, and a 70-75 is actually a very high-end type of aluminium. So that's what's on the specs of the company. You'll see it's got this strap that goes around. That's all there is to it that holds this together. And to be fair, that's all you need. It doesn't look super neat and compact, and it just, you know, goes into nothing. The legs have to go somewhere, and that's pretty much because of this frame here, this plastic molding frame. It takes up space. All throughout it is this elastic band. It goes all throughout it on all of these types of chairs. I think it does the job fine. If you wanted to tighten even a little bit more, you find the ends here, just pull it, and it tightens it up even a little bit more. You will also notice it's got these anti-sinking or sink-proof feet. Now they're pretty large and wide. They're not massive. I've seen a few massive ones, like I think Naturehike have these really big balls that you can plonk on. That adds weight and it takes up space. And the Helinox, ultralight chairs, the cream of the crop ones, they don't have this. They've just got a cap, and that will sink into your grass or your dirt really quickly. So I think this is a really good balance. I think PACOONE did a good job of finding just a nice right size here. This is about 3 centimeters wide, and it's got a little bit of these striations upon the ends here, giving it a bit of grip. And I think this is a great balance between the Naturehike one and the Helinox one. So let's open up the frame of this chair so you can see how it all goes together. We undo the Velcro strap there, and then this will start to sort of find its own way into the holes. Okay, you'll need to guide some of it, but it snaps into place really well. Like, just check this out, look at that. Just pops right in. This one has a double extension, and once again, it snaps into place. I love that. Like, honestly, that is really, really good. Let's do it on this side. And here, and last of all, just snaps all into place. So just take a look at the frame here, just how it sits upon the grass here. Really doesn't look like it's going to hold anything. But now let's get the actual material and fit it to the chair. When you have your frame opened up, this is now where you get your case, and you've got the 2 little material handles on each side. It will go onto your chair like this and simply stay like that. Now we are going to be getting our seat material. And on the rear side, the one with the handles, that's the bottom end, as in the low side for your tushy. So we start off with these top sides that doesn't have any handles hanging off there, like so. It goes in nice. And we put the next high corner or the back, like so, and it sits in there really, really well. Okay, no issues, no concerns of it breaking, ripping, or anything like that. It really feels durable, as I mentioned earlier. Now we come down to the lower side, and you can go like so, but that's not hard to put in. The last corner will require just a little bit of flex and a little bit of push. So you can grab the material like this, and let's just give it a slight bend, little bit of pressure. And it didn't really take too much at all. And there we have our chair all ready for sitting on. So as you can see, the corners here, they're very well made. I see no concerns whatsoever, just with how they sit in there. The bottom is the same, each single corner. Yeah, very impressed actually, very impressed. You can see it's got the 2 side pockets here. I mean, you might have something like a mobile phone or a battery pack, and in it goes. So they can be very handy if you're just relaxing and you want to put something in there. I like that. It's just such a nice, neat and tidy seat. But the question is, how does it feel? Okay, so let's actually test this hiking chair. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, actually feels pretty darn good. All right, I like the way my hiney rests in this hiking chair or moon chair. It feels comfortable. I feel like the back supports me quite well. This isn't one of those chairs where you're going to go and you're going to plonk your head to the rear. You don't have a head support. However, if you're sitting down just to chillax, or if you want to put your hands behind your head like so, as I sometimes do, it actually works quite well. I can lean back quite significantly with no fear of the hiking chair tipping over. Now, in terms of just the comfort, it's comfortable. What can I say? It's comfortable. I've never had a chair like this. This is the first one. It does actually feel, honestly, it feels comfortable. Now, sometimes some of these chairs you struggle getting up. No problems at all. I can lean forward really easily, lean back with no fear of it tipping over. And so I want to stand up. It actually is easy to stand up. So that's a plus. I do like that. All right, let's do it again. Sit down, relax. And I can reach these side pockets here fairly easily for my chips and my snacks. Now, in terms of my confidence in this material, is it going to hold me? Well, I'm about 90 kilos. They say this can support 150 kilos. Now, you got to think, right? Understand that if you're a 150 kilo male or person or human being, you got to go with a chair that's going to support you. They claim 150 kilos. I'm not going to test that. I'm not going to be putting myself and plus 2 sacks of potato on me. However, at 90 kilos, I feel that this does support me quite comfortably. Not too bad whatsoever. Now, with everything packed inside of its case, it all weighs 1,016 grams, so just a smidge over a kilo. The seat on its own weighs 227 grams. If you're to put the actual aluminium poles on it, that's 913 grams. The entire length of this bag is 375 millimeters, 37.5 centimeters. The thickness, basically 100 millimeters, 10 centimeters. And the width is 140 millimeters, 14 centimeters. The dimensions of this chair, once it's set up, from the ground up to the top, we are talking 700 millimeters, 70 centimeters, front to back, around 550 millimeters. This way, when it's all set up, all the way from end to end, just over 500 millimeters wide. And I'll just give you a quick rundown of a couple of chairs that I own for camping or for hiking. My most favorite is the Wanderer here. This is a few years old, actually is an amazing chair. This weighs about 4.2 kilos to carry around, but it's a ripper of a chair, very comfortable for camping. Next on down is called the OzTrail Getaway Event, or it's an event chair. The idea is it's a lot lower down to the ground. You can sit down so you're not blocking views of people at events. It's got some armrests and it can hold a wine glass and also your favorite beverage. This weighs 3 kilos. It can hold up to, I think it's 120 kilos. Next up we have the PACOONE. So that weighs 1 kilo and that can hold up to 150 kilogram capacity human being. Very compact, as you've seen in this review. And then we get our little super ultra small chair. I've done a review on this on my channel before. This packs up into nothing. It can fit into your pocket. It weighs 700 grams and this has a weight limit of 100 kilos on there. Now look, all of them have different comfort levels. This is probably the most uncomfortable, but it is in fact the most tiniest, most portable. So that just gives you a bit of an idea of some of these camping chairs and how the PACOONE camp chair places up against these others. Now, I'll just say I do have some very soft ground here, so I'm just testing the anti-sinking feet. All right, and I can probably say that it probably doesn't work as well as a chair that might have a larger end to prevent sinking into sand or very soft soil. So as you can see, you know, it will sink, but I don't think it'll sink as much as some of the other hiking chairs that I've seen online that don't have a ball. But anyway, so there you go. It can leave a nice big hole in. This is very soft and very wet ground. So this just gives you a bit of an idea, you know, that I think they could have gotten a little bit better. Righto, so when it's time to pack this thing up, how do we do it? Well, we first got to release one of the corners, and then it will slowly start to collapse. We'll remove the whole seating fabric like that. I will remove the pack like this, and then basically we'll start to break it down. Start folding all of the components in like so. I've got this belt just hanging out here. We'll do the same over here. We'll start breaking that down, start folding it in, pull it out, and then we pretty much just wrap it around with the Velcro strap, and there you go. Now in terms of this, what I found is it helps if you fold it in once and then fold it in like that twice, and then we do one more fold. I'll just tuck this in like so. So it's a little bit on the thinner side. I'll fold one side in like this, and I fold the other side in. Here we go. And basically I have a flat section here which fits perfectly into the bag. Put this inside like so. This goes inside and start to zip it up. Done deal. Now, one final thing that I just want to talk about is price. How much are you going to pay for this? Well, I bought this for 33 Australian dollars. Actually, I think it was $35, including delivery, from AliExpress right to my home. So I think for $35, look, you're getting a chair that weighs 1 kilogram with the whole kit and caboodle. It is actually made out of extremely decent material. It's very, very light. You can pack it up and take it almost anywhere. If you are hiking, doing through camping, you would have absolutely no problem packing this into your hiking backpack. To compare the price to a couple of other similar products, you have the very famous, very well-known, and very expensive Helinox brand. Now, the Helinox chair that is looking very comparable to this is actually about $150. Absolutely, you can go with Helinox. I did a roll of the dice with this one on AliExpress because I've recently bought another PACOONE product which I've reviewed on this channel, and it is the sleeping mattress, and it's an absolute fantastic product. It truly is sensational. And I have to say, look, for $35, look, you can't go wrong. Pay $150 if you want. There's even similar products, $100. $35 for something that's going to hold, they claim, up to 150 kilos, but I'm 90 kilos and it holds me just fine. You can't complain. So let's start to wrap up this video. What are the pros? The materials are good materials. It's extremely lightweight. I like that. It's not as light as the Helinox, but I think it is stronger than the Helinox, which actually supports 120 kilos compared to 150 kilos. According to the specs. I don't have too many negatives or cons to say about the PACOONE Moon Chair. Maybe the bottom feet could have been a little bit bigger so that it didn't sink as much into soft, soggy ground. But apart from that, I'm not going to be sitting in soft, soggy ground at the best of days. If I'm camping with this, I'm going to be picking a dry area rather than a muddy area. Unless if you use this up on the beach, then that might be a different story. It's going to sink in a little bit. It will still support you, but the feet will sink into the sand a little bit more. Apart from that, the way I use this is simply up on the trails, dry area, and I sit and relax with this. So do I recommend this? Absolutely. Bang for buck, I recommend it. Do I care if you buy it? Not at all. I bought this out of my own money, and as I mentioned earlier, this is purely my review. I'm not sponsored or anything like that. Anywho, thanks very much for watching the video. Give it a thumbs up and join me on my next one whenever that one comes around. Thank you for watching.